There's no storytelling 1A in school. Very few of us have backgrounds in graphic design, and yet we are asked to design presentations often on a daily basis. We all suck at PowerPoint, and we are scared to death to speak in public. In fact, we are scared beyond death. There's the Book of Lists
Yes.
regularly tracks
Yes.
worst fears, and public speaking is almost always number one. Death comes in at about 5. So we are scared beyond death to speak in public. So the deck is just so stacked against us. Now you add this whole challenge of virtual on top of all of that. And this is just really, really hard stuff. Get the best microphone you possibly can.
Really?
I really think that good audio is more important than good video. If you got $100 to spend 75 on a good microphone. I think that's a good ratio. Your audience will forgive a multitude of visual sins if they can hear you well, but if they can't hear you well, all the cameras in the world will not help you. Now, when you're in gallery view like this, now you're just one of the group. But when you get spotlighted because you are the presenter and you share your screen, what happens? Here's what happens. You become a little postage stamp. You all can go pull down the view menu when anybody is sharing their screen. And that gives you this little slider bar here. And you then decide the relative sizes of the person's shared screen or of their view. So at least the audience can change you from being a postage stamp. I go with number 4. I use a dedicated AV switch box, which lets me decide what it is that people see, either my screen or me. Here's button 1, and when I go to button 2, you see it switched. Button 3 is my stand-up, my bald head cam, and then I have my screen. So I route my screen image into my switch box. When I am in front of my audience, all I want to be thinking about is pushing buttons. In gallery view, if someone asks me a question, what do I look at? Who do I look at? Where do I look? And that is very challenging for people, because if I'm listening to if I'm watching the person speaking, I'm clearly not looking at the camera right now. When the person is speaking to me, I don't want to lose any more nuance than I already am losing because we're in virtual. So I'm going to look at that person. I'm going to watch that person speak. I want to see her intonation, her lips move, everything. So I'm going to look at that person while she is speaking to me. And then when I'm going to answer her, I'm going to do it to the camera. I will boil this down to one simple sentence. Notes are good, scripts are bad. If you remember nothing else, notes are good, scripts are bad. Scripts imprison you. They chain you to this narrative that you've already crafted. And unless you are extremely disciplined, unless you are a thespian, a trained actor, unless you have practiced and rehearsed to learn your lines, scripts will only get in the way. I would never want you to be in a place where the words that you're speaking to your audience are being fed to you by anything other than your own head and your own heart. Now, notes are different. Notes are different. I've got notes here that are just single words to keep me on track so I don't forget some big old topic that I want to say. I will regularly look down at my notes. That's fine. That's a perfectly natural thing to do. Or, I'll be thinking for a minute and I'm going to look away from the camera. But then when I'm going to deliver, I want to deliver directly into the camera from what I am feeling right now. So I would never want my clients to feel as if they can only speak with scripts. That's just a purgatory that I would not want for anybody.